Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Melyssa Ford, and you are tuned into Real Talk New York.
All right, so you've been in the game for a minute. How do you think that things have changed from, when you first got your start in videos to where things are now for girls?
The game has drastically changed. When I started doing music videos, they were, mini motion pictures. There was actually a storyline attached to videos for the most part. They had budgets that ranged from $600,000 to $2.4 million, which is unheard of in this day and age. Our, paychecks, if you were the lead girl, they were good. They were really, really good. They could sustain you for a good month and change. And the stigma wasn't as prevalent as it is now, the whole video hoe, video girl stigma that whatever it is that people, the notions that they walk around with in their heads, the prejudices, whatever the case is, it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. The budgets are like $30,000 for music videos, and I guess people's taste in music have kind of changed, not wanting to insult anybody, but music is kind of just about the harmony and the bass and the beat rather than, lyrical content. So it doesn't really leave room for a storyline in a music video. So it's not really it doesn't really provide the same opportunity that it once did for girls, using it as a stepping stone like I did.
Now, having that video vixen past, did that act as an advantage or a disadvantage in terms of you furthering your career, with all the acting and television stuff that you do now? Was that something that helped you, or did it hurt you?
Having the notoriety from doing music videos did both. It hurt and it helped in equal proportions. It helped because everybody knew my name. It helped to open some doors, but that's definitely not what kept it open. Definitely, if it opened the doors of curiosity, people kind of wanting to know a little bit. Oftentimes, it would be, men in a position to kind of change my circumstances, professionally speaking, and, with more of a personal interest in me. So this is where you see where it helps and it hurts. The reason why I was able to transcend from doing music videos and the covers of magazines into branding myself, creating products, going from that, leveraging the popularity of all that to television journalism, working with BET, with ESPN, with Stars in Black, and then also having roles in CW's The Game, Entourage, and the movies that I've made, is because I'm a very, very hard worker and I don't take anything for granted. So when it comes to acting, I've been in acting classes for years and study with a very respectable teacher and have a lot of other famous students in my classes. When it comes to photography, I learn who's the best in the business and make a direct effort to work with them. So whatever it is that I'm doing, I hone my craft and I pay respect to it as well. And the people who have, basically devoted their lives to it. I don't take anything for granted. I don't take anything at face value. I don't take anything really with a grain of salt. I take everything very, very seriously as it relates to, my professional life. And yeah, it is often hard for me to get away from the label and the stigma of, the video girl. And I'm like, I haven't done one in 5 years. Since then, I've had 2 television shows on cable TV. I've done correspondent work for ESPN, like I said, movies and other television shows, but people want to see what they want to see, and they want to, label you with what they're comfortable with and keep you inside of the box, which has since, kind of grown uncomfortable. So that's the hurtful part, is that people aren't really willing to see, the talent that you have to offer and the voice that you have. They're not really willing to kind of give you the same opportunities to, show your growth and your maturity in this industry. You can't stay stagnant. That would be that's the death of your career. That's a nail in your coffin. So it does hurt, and it does definitely help. I've been doing two things. I've been writing a screenplay, and I've also been working with the same creator slash director that created Jim Jones' play to create one loosely based on my life in the industry. And we're going to be challenging a lot of concepts of beauty and the morality police, and it's going to be a really big deal, and we're really looking forward to it. And I've got a movie coming out in theaters in October. It's called Days of Wrath, and you know, you just gotta,
doing your thing.
I'm trying to work. It's a recession. You got to be creative these days.
Well, I'm really proud of you. You said writing a screenplay. That's a really big deal.
My goal is that this movie actually gets made, regardless of if I play, you know, a part in it. I'm happy with just being writer slash producer. The crazy ways that guys have tried to holler at me, there's many. I've had gifts sent to the magazines that I've worked with and the management companies that I've worked with. Everything from homemade bikinis to collages of my whole career in photographs, to multi-page letters written every week, drawings, portraits, the whole nine. And of course, I've heard every line in the book, but for all you guys wanting to figure out how to land a sexy woman, I can guarantee you. I was just having a conversation with my good friend Delicia, who's another Lady Hennessy, absolutely spectacularly gorgeous, and also Takara Jones. And we were all sitting there wondering why all three of us are single with no booze. It's because nobody ever approaches us in the way that they should approach us. And that is with just complete honesty and just confidence in yourself. Like, there's nothing sexier on the face of this earth than a man who truly loves himself and it exudes from within. Confidence is the only thing you need to wear when you walk into my bedroom.